Hey everyone, hope you're enjoying Revenue Cat at Growth Annual 2025. I'm Nathan Hudson, founder of Perceptycs, and, well actually, I'm not Nathan. I'm an AI avatar of Nathan that our AI agent created, and this actually isn't a real podcast studio either. I'm the AI growth guy. Well, he's the AI growth guy, and I'm the AI growth guy.
You know what I mean? Anyway, super excited to be talking to you about AI agents and AI advancements more generally speaking, because things are changing at a crazy pace. The last couple of weeks alone have brought us Sora 2, OpenAI's new agent builder, all of which are going pretty crazy on LinkedIn, very hot topics. And in fact, just generally on LinkedIn, it's AI everywhere. And what's crazy to me is that at the end of 2024, I was skeptical that AI would ever be able to truly create images and videos up to the standard where they would perform well on user acquisition channels. I just wasn't sure if AI was going to be able to do that. In Q2, I posted that one of the main challenges we were facing as an agency when it came to AI creatives, and specifically AI UGC creatives on Meta, is that they just weren't converting. You'd save on production costs for sure, but you'd have to spend so much on actually testing the creatives that you end up just wasting money testing a really high quantity of losers. In fact, in the most recent article I wrote that our awesome hosts, the Revenue Cat team, published, I spoke about tracking cost per winner. This is a metric that we track closely that considers production costs as well as actual ad spend costs. Whilst we've seen small shifts to this metric over this year for our clients, I expect that we're going to see hideously huge shifts over the next 2, 3, 4, 5 days. More than happy to be on record saying that I think we're going to face a new problem we probably didn't think of before. And by that I mean that 2024 was all about creative volume. Everyone was posting about creative volume, webinars on creative volume, podcasts on creative volume. Hey, it's creative volume. And 2025 with Meta's Andromeda has been all about creative diversity, it being more important to focus on volume of diverse creatives as opposed to just volume and pumping out an arbitrary number of creatives. But I think that we're about to see another big shift. With these new models, neither of those things are going to be a problem. Creative volume, not an issue. Creative diversity, not an issue. The challenge is going to be that we have so many creatives and not enough ad spend to actually test them all. In fact, I built a simple N8N agent which takes an idea or creative hypothesis, generates a full creative brief founded on user psychology, core value propositions, and jobs to be done, then generates a prompt and creates that video with Sora 2. And the results are mind-blowing. If you don't believe me, check out what the attendees had to say about the workshop, which I may have hosted already or not have hosted yet.
Loved Nathan's workshop. He's definitely the AI growth guy.
I left with a whole playbook I can use Monday.
Super hands-on, super clear.
Nathan just breaks it down. No fluff.
Just packed with takeaways. Super practical.
Generally the AI growth guy.
Crazy, right? Absolutely mind-blowing. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. The good news is that we are now limited solely by our ability to come up with killer ideas. It's all about ideation and creative strategy. It's never been so easy to just copy competitors. You can literally see what ads they're running on Facebook ad library, clone them with AI and push them live. But I don't think that's going to work. I really don't. I posted about this. I've spoken about this a lot this year. I think that's going to lead to crazy concept fatigue and trend fatigue. And the winners are going to be those people who are finding new concepts and are really focusing on creative strategy. That being said, if you want the full N8N flow, so you can literally just import it and use it yourselves, I can give that to you. Unlike those LinkedIn posts where you have to comment something crazy and then you get the thing and then it doesn't work. I promise that I'm not going to do that. What I'm giving you actually works. I've been using it. I showed you the output. So yeah, if you want the goodies, scan this QR code or take a picture of it or speak to me if you see me around or message me on LinkedIn and I will send that to you. So I actually want to walk you through this Sora 2 UGC agent I created to help you guys make video hooks, UGC videos, B-roll in record time. So here we have an N8N flow. We've essentially got a whole load of nodes and we've got two pathways. Pathway 1 at the top over here is essentially using VO3. What this does is it generates video ideas. It's actually not hooks. It was hooks, but now it's just videos. Generates video ideas, uses VO3 because with VO3 you can give a seed image of like a person, so you could take a picture of me and then give that as VO to kind of create a video from using the first frame. With Sora 2 you can't do that at the moment. There are moderation filters, so if you give it a photo of me you're just going to get an error. You can do it if there's no person in the video, so if you like want to animate your product or something like that, absolutely you can do that with Sora 2. I just have this agent at the moment hooked up to just route to VO if I give it a seed image of a person, or if not, then we're going to keep going to Sora. So the way this agent works is we start with a form. We have a form submission, and basically in this form, all that happens is you input your video idea or creative hypothesis, you upload a seed file, and then you submit. And that's going to kick it off. You can literally just run this or give it to your creative strategist to run at home and just create things on the go. You can deploy it, but this is just super quick and easy and it works. Then we're choosing whether or not we want to route through to VO3 or to Sora 2. Now, one thing I will say is that when you import this for the first time, you're going to see loads of errors everywhere and you're going to be like, oh my days, this thing doesn't work. Like, you promised me it would work. You lied to me, Nathan. You lied to me like everyone else. I promise, I'm not lying. Essentially, all you have to do is click on things and add your API keys. So, for example, this OpenAI node here that's analyzing the image, I've got my API key hooked up to this. You can just essentially create a new credential. As you do that, you can input your API key and anything that you need, and then bada boom, bada bing, you're ready to go. Okay, so all of these things, OpenAI, VO, you're going to have to put your API keys in. Apart from that, you should be good. The other thing you're going to have to customize is the Google Sheets integration. So here we are connecting with our Google account. Here again, I have a credential. You can create a new credential where you can add HTTP requests or even use a service account. Just sign in with Google and go from there. You should not have any issues. The one thing you may have issues with is at the very, very end, when it comes to Google Drive, uploading the file, you do need to add in some details. I'm not going to open this one because the credentials, I believe, are showing. So that's something you might have to play with, but just message me. I can help you walk through that if needs be. But that's the one thing that's a little bit fiddly. So essentially what we're doing here is we're submitting the form. Form comes in with the seed image and we're deciding, do we go to VO or do we go to Sora? Then we essentially just route through to generate video ideas. So here we're using an OpenAI chat model to just generate a video idea based on this prompt. We're sending it the prompt that we gave, as well as this juicy prompt that I wrote. And then we're passing through to the next step where we're essentially taking a look at that idea and generating a full prompt that we can use for Sora 2. We save that information in Google Sheets. We then generate the video. We wait. We poll to see if the video is ready, and then we download. It then uploads the file to Google Drive. It then appends it all as a row in Google Sheets. So I can show you an example right now. Here in the Google Sheets, so the initial idea comes in first, then the final idea that the LLM has essentially fluffed up for us. We have the environment of the video, like the scene that we're setting, and then boom, the video URL gets dropped in and it is created. So yeah, that is an example. This video was actually a funny one I was making. A cat runs out of the bank with an iPhone taped to its back to promote the Revenue Cat billing SDK for iOS apps. So yeah, but have a play. There are some really awesome things you can do with this. Hope this makes sense, and the setup should be really easy. If you have any issues, just feel free to ping me and I will help you with that. I've been Nathan, the AI Growth Guy. Enjoy the rest of App Growth Annual.
No, I can't believe this. Are you for real? Oh my God, is that a cat? It's wearing money. That's a life jacket. Who put AirPods on it? What is happening? I'm losing it right now.